great leader here. And you know, I know that, you know, Mike Helton's not out front, but I think he has enough input to keep things moving in the direction, and I like the direction of where the sport's going. I'm basing a lot of what I see off of not only the competition that we saw last year, because it's easy to take a year like we had last year and say, oh my gosh, you know, we're at the top again. No, we're moving there, and last year was a big push with that. But what I'm basing it off of are people that come to me and say, hey, I really never used to watch NASCAR, but over the last 2 years, I've started watching. I like what I see, the competition, and they're understanding that. And a lot of these are younger people. And so I really do believe that we're on an upswing, and I hope that we can continue with that and get this sport where it belongs. And I think that it is in front of the right people, and we get an influx of bigger companies, or not necessarily bigger, but the big companies are out there that see that this is a place to be now.
We're going to try to get a couple more in before our grand marshals have to move on to the rest of their schedule. We're going to go to Chris on the far right, and then we'll go to Al on the far left.
Thank you guys for coming. Chris Gollin with News Daytona Beach. I'm going to make it a quick little two-parter. Number one, I was wondering how much you guys have had hands-on experience with the next-gen car, and what are your opinions of it? And as a little aside, if we got you guys on the track today, who do you think would turn the best lap?
Well, I've had no experience with the next gen other than seeing it in the garage and in their shop.
Can I just say this? If you put the three of us in a next-gen car, we'd all run the same speed. I mean, you're going to hold it just wide open here. Now, you take it to a road course or something, who the heck knows? But
who would run third in that road course race? But that's
me.
Me. No,
We'd fight each other for that one.
I don't know. Did we answer that question?
Not really.
Yeah, we don't have. I mean, I know you see the car a lot. I've not been in one.
Yeah.
You know, I talk to drivers about it. The differences in driving. You know, when you say when doing that, you know, talking to someone like Kevin Harvick, who has been around since 2001, driving at the Cup level. You know, I could relate and talk to him more about it. So that's my experience with it. Haven't gotten that chance. But also talked to Jeff about it, and has had the opportunity to do things with it. So, you know, he fills me in on the differences in it. I can sit here and say, don't know that I would like the feel of that, but I enjoy watching the drivers that do it today.
And yeah, I was supposed to drive the car, I think last year when they were doing some rain tire testing at Martinsville. I've been wanting to get in the car just to fill it out, not necessarily go do a test or compete in any way. But that was an opportunity. NASCAR said, hey, would you be interested? Because I do like Martinsville to see what it would do in the wet. Unfortunately, I got sick and I couldn't make it. So we'll see if I get another shot at that one day.
We're going to wrap up quickly with Al.
Yeah, Al Pearson, Auto Week, my 54th consecutive 500. So I've seen all of you guys. Petty came in yesterday, and Richard said he didn't think that you guys back then, y'all had more fun than today's drivers. He said he would not enjoy racing today's cars versus the old cars. Do y'all kind of feel that same way, or do you know?
Don't we all, everybody in here, say it was always more fun back in the day? It just seems like that's every year you're trying to improve your level of competition and make your cars better, make your teams better, and the driver plays a big role in that, obviously. And they are having to interact and gather more information, and they're having to work out. You got to be better physically fit. You got to be in the simulator. You've got to be in meetings. You're doing things for your sponsors. You're trying to interact with fans. There is a lot on their plate. And I do think that you know, the business is very serious. And while I took it serious throughout the years, I felt like the schedule maybe, I don't know, it just seemed to allow some opportunities and some things that I did have fun. But on race day I didn't, unless I won. You know, you took it very serious. But these guys just seem to be pretty serious all the time, because that's sort of the flow of the sport, you know, today, in order to compete at a high level.
Yeah, I'll just say I had fun, so I don't know how much fun they're having, but I had a great time. You know, I got to drive a car and compete at the highest level, and, you know, that was great fun. And compete against people that, like this, that are great champions, you know, and still be friends with most of the time. I enjoyed that part of it. It's just such a totally different world. Jeff was talking about a simulator. If that's how I would have had to learn to drive a race car, I'm not sure how good I would have been. But then I think back to 1999. There was a month that, in a 30-day period, I was in a race car 28 of 30 days, and that's a lot of time in the car. But that's the only way that I thought that I could become better and make everything better for my race team. So I had fun. So I hope that they're having some fun out here.
I'm with Dale in the, simulator department. I'd never make it. It'd be tough this day and time. But I just think that, I really think we had a great time back at the point. You look back at the days and the era, I think kind of looking back at my career, the worst 6 years was trying to own my own deal. But then when I came back with Ray Abraham, I think that was the best thing ever happened to me. So, it was fun, had a great time, and enjoyed every minute of it.
There's time for fun later, in retirement, like I'm having all this fun right now.
Yeah, why are you doing this, Jeff?
I have no idea.
Who's making you do this?
For some reason, I actually want to do it. I don't know how it came to this, but for some reason, I'm like, I have a desk job. I'm behind a computer. I meet with sponsors. I'm running here, running there, and I love it. I don't know. Hey, listen, I will tell you this. I had no idea how much fun was happening out in the infield till I retired.
Was that the gas fumes or the walls you hit?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, gentlemen, thanks for
Thank you.
joining us.
Can I take 1 second? My mom, as many of you know, passed away 2 weeks ago today. But my dad, this is from my dad. Just saying thank you. Many of you reached out to myself, trying to get in touch with my dad, which is hard to do. I have a hard time getting in touch with my dad. But to all of you that reached out, your prayers, your thoughts. My dad is doing pretty well, but we had my mom for 91 wonderful years, and she lived a great life, and we're going to miss her. But my dad just wanted me to say thank you to all of you for reaching out and everything that you said. So thank you.
I gotta run, guys, so I'll see you later. I'll see you.